VENU GEET. Yesterday we were reading this verse. In in this verse, it was explained that gopis, they are saying that Krishna is great. They are saying that deers are great as well as they are fools. You are so fortunate you can come to Krishna, but and and you are getting trapped in the nest of Krishna. Krishna, through his flute, he's attracting you all towards him, and he's throwing a nest on you to want to make you his. But you are so foolish that you are just getting captured. You're just getting attracted towards Krishna. We heard till here yesterday. Akarne Venu Lalitam. This word came in this verse. The moment the she deers they heard Krishna's Venu's sound and they got attracted immediately. The he deers, they are called Krishna Sar, Sa Krishna Saraha. In the verse it is said, the she deers don't come alone. They come along with their husbands, he deers. And husbands are said what? Krishna Sar, Saha Krishna Saraha. Krishna Sar husbands. What is Krishna Sar husbands? Here Krishna Sar means for those Krishna is only their essence of their life, the essence of their life. That is called Krishna Sar. Means the he deers, the husbands of she deers, they are also absorbed in Krishna consciousness. That's why they are said, they are described as Krishna Sar. For those, for them, Krishna is the essence of their life. They can't take anything else as the essence of their life. Krishna Sar. Without Krishna, they feel our life is incomplete. Krishna is our life's essence. It's a very high position actually, where one feels that without Krishna, we have no one else. He is our everything, Sarvasya. He is our everything. That's why they are said, they are described here as Krishna Sar. Those deers with their wives, they follow their wives. They follow their wives. Yeah, they come with them because they think that they have done, they have surrendered more to Krishna with their body, mind, and words than us. She just don't even turn back that if their husbands are coming behind them or not. They just walk straight towards Krishna. These these she deers, they have so much utkantha and love and surrender towards Krishna that even their husbands, the he deers, they think in their mind that our wives they have so much deep anurag for Krishna. They are so fortunate, more fortunate than us. Here it is said in this verse that the husbands of the deers, they are described as what? Krishna Sar. This word has come in the verse. So our wives, they are more fortunate than us. We believe in Krishna, but not as much as they do, not as much as our wives. So, what should we do? We should just follow our wives. Maybe that can do something for us. If we are not so fortunate, then just follow your wives because their heart is very soft. Whose heart? Wife's heart. She dears hearts. And this is not just seen in deers, animals. Other examples as well. If you take, yesterday only I said this in Harikatha, the wives of Brahmanas, those are called as Yagya Patniya, the Brahmanas who were performing fire sacrifice. Krishna, Balram are hungry. They were hungry. They sent their sakhas, their friends, go. The wives beg for some grains, bhiksha, from the wives of Brahmanas. They went to Brahmanas. Brahmanas said them, "Oh, go run away from here. Let us do fire sacrifice. Don't create any obstacle for us." Or, bhai, for whom you are doing this fire sacrifice? Fire sacrifice is done for Krishna, Bhagwan. And same Prabhu is asking you for some food grains. So what ahuti, what swaha you gonna do for fire sacrifice? So if Krishna is asking you for something, but Brahmanas, they refused to give. They chased away the boys, Krishna's sakhas, Krishna's friends. So when Krishna sent sakhas to their wives of brahmanas, so those wives, yagya patniya, they, the boys said, Krishna Balram have come, they are hungry. So whatever they were cooking for fire sacrifice, all those foodstuffs they took with them and went to Krishna. Now tell who is more great, the Brahmanas or their wives. Brahmanas think we have so much knowledge of Vedas. We know how to do yagya, fire sacrifice. The females can't do fire sacrifice. Brahmanas are thinking so much about them. But in reality, who showed more possessiveness for Krishna, more mamta, more surrender for Krishna, more mamatva for Krishna? The wives, the Yagya Patniya, the wives of Brahmanas, because they understood that they have anurag for Krishna. They have Jai Dvij Patni, Jai Naga Kanyagan, Bhakati Jahara Paile Govinda Charan. They have more bhakti towards Krishna, in Krishna. So these Brahmanas' wives, they came to Krishna, they fed Krishna, and Krishna became happy. And Krishna became happy. Now, when these wives were going back, so the husbands, they felt guilty. They were repenting. And in verse also they said, Dhik Janma, Dhik Vidya. Oh, what's the point of being so Brahman? Shame on us. Fie on us. The knowledge which we gained, the knowledge which we attained, that's a waste. All the fire sacrifices, austerities we performed, all that is of no use. Because Krishna was asking us for something and we just sent his friends back. So our wives are more fortunate than us. Our wives are more better than us. So we should just follow our wives. What they are doing, we should just do that. Anusaran, following. Other side, you can see the wives of Kalia, the snake Kalia. On his heads, Krishna was dancing, and Krishna broke his, as if he was about to die. He could die in any moment. That situation came for Kalia, the snake. Then the wives of Kalia, they approached Krishna, and he had so many wives, not just one or two. They prayed to Krishna, they requested Krishna, please spare, save, leave our husband, he will die, he would die. This means the wives of Kalia, they were bhakti mati. They had bhakti in Krishna, for Krishna. So there are so many such examples where wives had more surrender and more bhakti for Krishna because their heart is very soft. Yeah. But although husbands are male section, their heart is not so kind and soft. It's more hard. That's why Gurudev once said in his Harikatha that we wear Jenu, right? The white thread is called Yagya Pavitra. This only male section can wear. Females cannot wear. And the Brahm Gayatri, which is also in phone's ringtone and doorbell. This is completely wrong. Completely wrong. It can give negative results. It's not for ladies. It's not for females. It's only for male section, males. And chanting loudly is not. It's not to be done. Somewhere, some Karm Kandi Pandit, they would chant this mantra loudly, which it is against Shastras because Brahma Gayatri mantra, it's a Vedic mantra, and you should not move your lips when you chant this mantra. If a Brahman is doing some fire sacrifice, and while doing fire sacrifice, he would give ahuti without speaking anything. He would just say, they would pause in between while to say that males have heart, a very hard heart. Their heart is not soft. So to make their heart soft, that's why they are given this mantra. This is one reason. It's not the main only reason, but it's one of the reason to make their hearts of males soft. By chanting this Brahm Gayatri, now the wives will tell to their husbands that you should chant this mantra 1 hour daily. You do it 30 times a day, but that's not helping you anyways. So you should at least chant this mantra for 1 2 hours. So this will make your heart very soft. You are so stone-hearted. You have no emotions. You have no feelings, no sentiments. So you should chant this mantra properly. I will not disturb you. I'll close the door. You sit in the temple, chant this mantra for 2 hours. So like this Brahma Gayatri, it should not be chanted loudly, but its meaning is very deep, which I can't tell here. Openly, it can't be described. In personally, if a brahmachari, its essence is the bhakti of Radha Krishna. The Brahm Gayatri, all the words in this Brahm Gayatri, the purpose of the aim, the purpose of this Brahm Gayatri is what? The bhakti of Radha Krishna, upasana, worship. So you all at least don't utter this mantra. If the females would do, you will become more stone-hearted. So be komal, be soft-hearted. and there are more reactions as well. So please don't chant this mantra, females, Matajis. Mantra, in Gayatri Mantra, two words come, Dhi Mahi, Prachodayat. You chant these words in Guru Mantra, Gaur Mantra, Kam Gayatri. So in all these three mantras, in these three Gayatris, Guru Gayatri, Gaur Gayatri and Kam Gayatri. These words come in these. Which words? Prachodayat, Dhimahi, Dhimahi and Prachodayat. These definitely come in these three Gayatris. Dhimahi means what? To meditate. Dhimahi. Vishambaraye Dhimahi. Meditating on Mahaprabhu. So details we would hear some other day. Prachodayat, it means what? You please manifest in my heart. How would you manifest? Prakashti Rupena Udit. It's a difficult word. Let's understand this. Prachodayat. Udyat means Udit. Like, like you see in 10 minutes the sun will manifest. Arise. So arise in my heart. But how arising in my heart? Prachodayat. In a very special form. In a very special, unique form. Hey Mahaprabhu, hey Guruji, hey Krishna, will you please arise, manifest in my heart. This is one meaning. One of the meaning is this. Dhimahi means to meditate. Meditate on whom? On some artificial figure? Mahaprabhu might be like this, like that. No. At this stage, Dhimahi means to meditate on the service of Mahaprabhu. On the service of, meditate on the service of Radha Krishna. This is Dhimahi. When Dhimahi happens, only then Prachodayat would come. Right? When you meditate on that service, only then that personality would manifest, arise in our heart. If we don't meditate and we just think, yeah, everything would happen, how is it possible? So meditate. When you chant Mahamantra, you meditate on these services. What can I serve in the service of Mahaprabhu? How can I serve in the service of Mahaprabhu? Sometimes in Hari Katha, some devotees say, why you always say masculine gender? Ye kar sakta hu, I can do this, I can do this. This is for male section, not for female section. Then I have to say both. He can do, she can do. He can do, she can do. It's not just for male section. What all different services I can do in this mission of Mahaprabhu. What all services I can do in the service of Sri Radha Krishna. We have to meditate on this. And then if when we advance a little, we become mature in bhakti, then what would happen? Then you can meditate on the pastimes of Radha Krishna. Not right now. Right now, serve, focus on service. Meditate on service. Yesterday only I was speaking this. You tell someone to broom in the temple. Oh, am I made for this brooming? I'm so educated. I have so many degrees. Why would I broom? But this brooming service is a big service. In Jagannath Puri temple, the king of Puri, unless until he doesn't broom in front of Jagannath Dev, the rath of chariot of Jagannath Dev doesn't move. This is one culture. From so many years, from yugas, this has been, being done like this. So we should broom in front of Thakurji. In Braj Bhasha, it is called Soni Seva. You sometimes we saw in Vrindavan, the devotees of Vrindavan, the sadhus, they bloom in Vrindavan. If you live there for 1 month, you would see all this. If you just come for 1 or 2 days, then you can't see much. Those who live there, those who stay there, they know. Not just sadhus, even the females, the males, they come outside and they bloom half an hour the parikrama marg, the path of parikrama. Why? All the devotees they do parikrama. We don't want them to get hurt by some stones or thorns. So they bloom and throw some water on that path, parikrama path. And then what else they do? I saw this. They would touch that broom to their head, on their head. This is called Soni Seva, broom Seva. This brooming Seva also made Shaman Prabhu meet Radharani. Shaman Prabhu. Our in the history of Gaudiyas, three such Prabhus who initially started preaching. I'm going back into basics. The names of those three acharyas are Narottam, Shamanan, Srinivas Prabhu. Narottam, Shamanan, Srinivas Prabhu. Around 300 years back. So among these three, Shamanan Prabhu, his initial name was Dukhi Krishna, Dukhi Krishna Das. Dukhi Krishna Das, who is not happy. He got initiated by his guru. Wrong. So when he got initiated by Hriday Chaitanya ji, and then at that time in Vrindavan, the biggest scholar was Jiva Goswami Pad ji. They would sit with him and study Shrimad Bhagavatam, scriptures. So from this we can understand one thing, we can reconcile one thing. No matter how great you are, but unless and until you don't hear scriptures or you don't read scriptures, unless and until you don't get determination in you. And what these pastimes are, why these pastimes are, we won't be able to reconcile. This can be your experience as well. You have been hearing VENU GEET from so many past, I think more than 1 month. So what difference do you feel within you? So now and how I am making you read, understand VENU GEET. Similarly, Jeev Goswami would help reading the scriptures to these three Prabhus. Jiva Goswami is not ordinary. He's a scholar, Sanskrit scholar, and he had deep understanding on scriptures, on Vedas. And he trained all these three acharyas, and then he sent them out for preaching mission of Mahaprabhu. So Shaman Prabhu, when he was learning from Jiva Goswami all these scriptures, then he had to serve. Not that I just learned, but I won't serve. Not like that. So he got one service. Jiva Goswami gave him one service. What service? Brooming Seva. You broom in Seva Kunj, the Seva Kunj in Vrindavan. This is called heart of Vrindavan. No one can reach there. Only people go to Banke Bihari and then they just go back. But those who hear Harikatha, they enter the heart of Vrindavan, Seva Kunj, where Sri Krishna is massaging the lotus feet of Radharani. It's so important. You bloom in Seva Kunj. And understand one more thing. Whatever you get, any object, big or small, give it only to its owner, not to anybody else, not to any random person. So he got two instructions from Jiva Goswami, who got Dukhi Krishna Das. So now Dukhi Krishna Das would every day bloom in Seva Kunj. Seva Kunj is not like it. It was very broad, not at like present Seva Kunj. It was very huge area, and he would broom, broom, broom one day, two, second day, third day, and daily he would do this service because his Gurudev asked him to do this service. And one day, while brooming in Seva Kunj, he found Radharani's anklet, just one anklet, not the both. He just got one anklet, and he saw it, and it was shining, glittering with pearls. It looks very expensive. Who it belongs to? And he was just thinking this, and he started doing his brooming service. In the meantime, in the meantime, Radharani's friends, Lalita and Vishakha, they were looking for that anklet of Radharani, and they came to him. Oh, this belongs to our Radharani. Radharani was dancing here, and it came out, it fell off from her feet. She is very disturbed because her mother-in-law would chastise her. Jatila would chastise her. Where were you dancing? Where did you lose it? So you please give this to us. This anklet, you give it to me. Now he's thinking, no. My Gurudev said, give it to only to the owner, not to any random other person. So Shaman Prabhu, who was Dukhi Krishnadas, his name is Shama Anand. He's always absorbed in the Anand of Shama. This Shamanand Prabhu, also known as Dukhi Krishnadas, he said to the gopis, I won't give it to anybody else. You said it's of Radharani. I would directly give it to Radharani with my own hands. So he became rigid. The Sakhi said, no, this is not possible. Nobody can reach there at that level. You give it to us. Please give it to us. He said, no. It's my Gurudev's instruction. How can I go against the instructions of my Gurudev? I cannot give it to you. Now gopis, what could they do? They had to take him along with them. Radharani was sitting on a big asan, throne, and he offered pranam at the lotus feet of Radharani, whose darshan is so rare. Whose? Radharani's darshan, so rare. Krishna's darshan you can still get. Radharani's darshan is not so easy. And today gopis got him along with them, and when he saw Radharani, he offered that anklet to Radharani. Radharani touched that anklet to his head, and he got one dot here. That's why in his sampradaya, they all do the tilak and put a dot in the center, which Radharani himself put on his head with her anklet. His name was Dukhi Krishna Das. Dukhi Krishna Das. Radharani, he gave anklet to her, to Radharani. She gifted him something by her own hands. Guess. I think deities of Krishna. Deity of Krishna, I think. The most valuable gift which Radha has is what? Pause. Think about it. What is the greatest wealth Radharani has? Everybody knows its answer, and you can guess as well. The wealth of Radharani's heart is Krishna. So Radharani gave the deities of Krishna from her own hands to him. Take, this is my wealth. You did my service, you gave my anklet to me. In return, I am giving you this gift. What gift? The wealth of her heart. Like, what gift do we give to others on their birthdays? Bouquet of flowers, happy birthday to you, or a watch, wristwatch, Rolex wristwatch, or you can give anything and then you can say this is so valuable, it's so expensive. See, there's a diamond in it, or some necklace. The most biggest gift is the heart, the wealth of one's heart. If you don't give that and give anything else, then it's like you give nothing. And if you give that and along with other things you give, then it's like the best thing you could give to anybody. The wealth of your heart. Radharani's in Radharani's heart, there's nobody else except Madhav. In Geet Govind Jayadev Goswami said this. In Radharani's mind and heart is only in her entire body, in her entire all the she just has Krishna in her. She actually not just gave the deity of Krishna, but she also gave her wealth and said, serve him, serve this deity, and his name became Shamanand Prabhu, one who is absorbed in Sham's pleasure, happiness, Anand always. Another meaning is Shama. Sham is Krishna, and Shama is who? Radharani. Shama. If there is a in the end of the name, then that name becomes Striling, means like feminine. Like Vamshi Prabhu. And then the name for the Mataji would become Vamshika. So Ka, Radhika, Sita. Many names are like this. If by using A in the end, the nature changes and the name becomes feminine. So Shama is like Radharani. It's Radharani's name. So like this, Shama Nand. Shama is Radharani, the one who remains in her happiness. Jai Jai Radha Krishna, Yugal Milan. Meeting of Radharani with Krishna is Radharani's biggest happiness. In this world, they say, yeah, two people fell in love, they got separated, but then we arranged their meeting, and this is a very great service. From where this culture is coming, this tradition is coming. This world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. In spiritual world, in Sri Vrindavan Dham, the meeting of Radha Krishna is the topmost service. That's why every evening we say in this in Aarti. In temples, in other temples they sing Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Swami Jai Jagadish Hare. भक्त जनों के संकट पल में दूर करे. This all goes on in other random temples. They can only sing till here. Sankat, or my obstacles should go away, and Sukha Sampati Ghar Aave, Kashta Mite Man. It's like, may I get all the wealth, opulences, I should be happy. They can't think beyond this. Wealth, opulences, happiness, good health, no sufferings, I should be happy. This is their level. It's a very general level. But here, what do we sing in our temples? The Aarti. We sing about the meeting of Radha Krishna. We give priority to the meetings of Radha and Krishna. What do we sing? Jayo Jayo Radha Krishna Yugala Milan. Those who don't know, please learn. Sing daily, then you will learn it. You can learn it. It has beautiful feelings, moods. Jayo Jayo Radha Krishna Yugala Milan. Arati kare lali tadi sakhi gan. Dana Mohana Rupa Tribhanga Sundar. Narashikhi Pucha Chura Manohar. Tamadava Bame Rishabhanu Kanya. Neelvasana Gori Rupe Gunadhanya. Nana Vida Alankara Kare Jalamala. Hari Mona Vimona Vadana Ujvala. Khadi Vishakhadi Sakhi Gana Nana Rage Gaye. Priya Narma Sakhi Chato Chamar Dulai. Shri Radha Madhav Pada Sarasi Jashe. Bhakti Vinod Sakhi Padeshu Ke Bhashe. Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Yugal Milana. At my place, Mangla Aarti is going on, but I am singing Sandhya Aarti. So, in this bhajan, there are such beautiful bhav. This is one Aarti. Another Aarti is Om Jai Jagdish Hare. The Aarti which we sang is so much different at a different level. There's no desire for any happiness, material happiness, or sufferings to end or to get this or that. You're standing in front of Yuga Sarkar, or just talk about their love, their transcendental love. If you talk about their love would reflect on you. Jai Jai Radha Krishna Yugal Milan. This is the seva service of gopis, the topmost service. Those two who are separated, they are not able to connect, not able to meet, arranging for them to meet. This is the service of gopis. That is why there are many more such feelings. Sandhya Aarti is very significant. When both meet Sri Radha Krishna, this is a different rag. Rag is the tune of the Aarti. And in the morning, they get separated. Manglarti, Radha Madhav both were together, and when sun rises up, it's not even risen yet. It's about to. That time they both get separated. That time the rag is different because it's like sad mood. Mangala Shri Guru Gora Mangala Murati Mangala Shri Radha Krishna Yugala Pariti. We sing like this. So at this time, when we sing this arti, morning arti, it's very painful for them. They're getting separated. That's why this is sung in Rag Bhairav, in early morning. Rag Bhairav. And Mangala Shri Guru Gora Mangala Murati, Mangala Shri Radha Krishna, Yugala Priti. मंगल निशांत लीला मंगल उदाए मंगल आरती जागे भगत हृदय तुम्हार दयाय जीवा निद्रित धराय तब जागराने विश्व जागरित हाया शुभ दृष्टि करो प्रभु जग तेरा प्रति जागु का हृदय मोरा सुमंगल रति. So like this is Mangala Arati. So in this also, there is nowhere it's written that my suffering should end. I should be so happy, rich, opulent. In this bhajan also, in this Arati also, it's only the talk about these two personalities, Radha and Krishna, how they can be happy. How this is the point actually. That is why from where I started and where did we end up. That Shamanand Prabhu, the one who gave happiness to Radharani. So in Vrindavan, there is one temple called Radha Shyam Sundar. If you go there for darshan, which is it, this temple is in Seva Kunj. So there are two deities. One is big Krishna, not those, but on their right hand side there are small deities as well. And those are the deities which Radharani gave to Shavanan Prabhu. So the small deities on the right hand side of big Radha Krishna in Shamsundar temple in Vrindavan, they are the ones who were given by Radharani to Shaman Prabhu. So these he dears, they are praising their wives. Oh, our wives have such deep anurag for Krishna. They are much more than, more fortunate than us. We are not so fortunate. Our wives are so fortunate. We are not so fortunate. And Vishwanath Chaudhary Thakur, who is one of the greatest acharya in our sampradaya, he summarized this in one quotation. Krishna Sar iti namasya Hey Sakhi, oh my friend, the dears, she dears, their husbands are behind them. Oh my friends, see, these dears, these she dears, their husbands are behind them. If you have more utkantha, you will be beyond, further, matlab in the front, sorry. If you're more attracted, more surrendered, you would be in the front. The husbands are behind them. They are so attracted to Krishna's Venu sound that they have such strong, deep desire to go near Krishna. They heard Krishna's Venu sound. Both are walking, the husband and the wife, but who is in the front? The wives are in the front. They have more utkanta, more prem in them, so they are in the front, the she deers. But by listening to Venu's sound, they became what? Stagnant, jadata, stambit, stagnant. They're not able to move. They become like statue, the she deers. and they remained standing there. They couldn't move. The deers are like this actually. That's their nature. If you see how you can see, we see here in USA the deers they roam around on the street. They would you would chant and they would come near you and they would just stare at you as if as if they are not live. They are just like statue. A- and then when you do like this, then they start running here and there, and then you understand, then and this is their nature. And also when they hear Krishna's Venu sound, Krishna's Venunath, those she deers who were walking very fast, they stopped there. They stopped there. Their eyes are not moving, their legs are not moving. They became so stagnant, still. And now their husbands, Krishna's are husbands of she deers, they were behind their wives. They were just taking darshan of Krishna. That's why we can say that they are Krishna Sar. They were following their wives. The wives stopped, even the husband stopped. So through the eyes of their wives, they were seeing Krishna actually. Let's hear it again. The wives were walking in the front, and the husbands, he dears, they were walking behind their wives. They heard the sound of Venu, what all this Venu has done. From last 1 month, we have been hearing the Venu did this, the Venu did that. So Krishna's Venu sound, by listening to that, the deers, she deers, they were walking initially in the front. They were they were in speed, but now they are not able to. They just got still. The eyes not moving, and their husbands who were behind them, following them, even they stopped. And now they are taking darshan of Krishna from the front. You know, you get the book of VENU GEET. See the first front page, cover page. You look at that. This Mataji is showing actually how Krishna is playing Venu Geet in this in this style. Oh, so this is being done at Radha Madhav Gaudiya Math, Radha Madhav Gaudiya Math, Faridabad. They are painting this Venu Geet. They are painting it in the temple. It would look really nice. The work is being going on there for this painting. So the deers, they are behind their wives, standing behind their wives, and now they're taking darshan of Krishna. And darshan means they're not seeing through their eyes, but seeing Krishna through their wives' heart eyes, because their wives are sadhus. Their wives have more bhakti. That's why we take darshan from whose eyes? Those who have eyes of bhakti. Through their eyes, we can take darshan of Krishna. That's why even if when we go in front of Thakurji, this is Maryada. Learn this. Don't stand in front of your Gurudev. Don't stand in front of any senior Vaishnav to take darshan. Stand behind senior Vaishnavas and take darshan through their eyes of Radha Madhav. If you go be in the front, you will not get anything. One such Leela took place in Govardhan. Krishna left Ras Leela. Krishna thought, Krishna thought, let me play some game. So he sat down there and he manifested his two extra arms. He is always two armed, but there he took the form of Narayan. four-armed Narayan, and he sat down there. And gopis came there looking for Krishna. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? They became disturbed. The gopis, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? And gopis, while searching Krishna, they came to Narayan. Krishna, where Krishna was sitting in the form of Narayan. So gopis saw Narayan, they offered their obeisances to him, and they moved on. They did not recognize that it's Krishna. Krishna is playing some game here. He became Narayan. He was just acting, and they moved on. The gopis moved on. And means by seeing the roop of Narayan, they did not get attracted. They did not get attracted because Narayan is also not less in beauty. He is very beautiful. But the wife of Narayan, when she sees Krishna, she gets attracted to Krishna, Lakshmi ji. But gopis are not attracted to Narayan. This is the point. So these gopis, they came to Krishna, they thought it's Narayan, they did pranam and they moved on. But then some gopis came with Radharani. One group went on. So second group came with Radharani, the Radharani's group. Radharani's group. When Radharani came in front of Narayan, what happened? He started shivering. He became nervous, Krishna, who was acting like Narayan. In front of her, there can't be any drama. There can't be any play. In front of Radharani. So those extra arms, which were extra, they get dissolved. They went inside Krishna. And Krishna became like earlier. There can't be any game in front of Radharani. Now here is a very important point, which our Maharaj used to tell us. That first group who went in the front before Radharani, they did not get darshan of Krishna. They could only see Narayan, they offered pranam and they moved on. Where's Krishna? Where is Krishna? They were looking for Krishna. But those gopis who were behind Radharani with her, they got what? They got darshan of Krishna. They got darshan of Krishna. This means what? If you cross Radharani and go further, go beyond her, then you can't get Krishna. But if you follow Radharani, then you will attain Krishna. He will, and those gopis then got darshan of Krishna and also service of Krishna. So without Radharani, it's not possible. If you follow someone else, then it can't be possible. You have to follow Radharani, and then definitely you can attain Krishna's darshan. That's why these deers are standing behind their wives in darshan of Krishna from distance, and they understood that Krishna is the essence. The deers with their big eyes, they're looking at Krishna out of love, pranay purvak, out of love and affection. And this is their worship, this is the arti of Krishna. What are the she deers doing? With their big eyes, uh, they're just doing arti of Krishna. This is how they're looking at Krishna. How do you do arti? Ghee lamp and do like this, rotate, rotate, rotate. Clockwise. No, many Indians don't know this. Not forget about Americans. Even Indians don't know. They do anti-clockwise, which is wrong. Aarti should always be done, and incense and everything, anything should be offered in clockwise. Parents do not teach them. The parents never did. So how the children can learn? It's the fault of parents if you don't train your children. You train your children in all those other things, but in spirituality, if you don't train your children, then you won't get complete package. You should update your children in spirituality. You make them do arti. Oh, see, my child, I got hurt. My finger is not. I have pain in my finger. My child, can you do arti? And then your child would do anti-clockwise. But then if you teach them twice, thrice, then he would learn. Okay, it should be and clockwise. Oh, my child, please bring some tulsi leaves. Every day, with the mother, morning, evening, anytime. If she does offering, then she should also involve her children. Go get some tulsi leaves. So the moment he touches tulsi, he gets sukruti. He gets entrance just by touching tulsi ji. Then that child should also be taught, beta, don't pluck tulsi leaves directly. First, offer her pranam. Then very softly, because she's very soft, you should pluck the leaves very gently. Okay, go and wash the leaves first. So if you teach the child for 4 days, he would learn all these things. He would never forget that we should not offer unwashed tulsi leaves for bhoga. The tulsi leaves should always be washed first before you offer them to Thakurji. So the child is learning, and just 1 minute it takes. He went out to take the leaves. He offered pranam. Leaves, he took leaves, washed, and gave to her father or mother. See, my child, I'm offering bhoga. How do I offer bhoga? Fold your hands. Those who don't have Diksha mantra, then they should chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare thrice. It's just an activity of 2-3 minutes. But when you do it in routine, then this will sit in his mind and he would get an entrance, a door to spiritual world. So the parents are very lazy actually. They don't update in spiritual life and spiritual things. So what do you expect that when they grow up, they would not be mischievous? Would you would tell them to come with me to temple? He would come. The child would come. Why would he come? He has no interest because you did not help him to get the interest. So the fault would be yours. The interest can't be developed later on. It should be developed, trained in the beginning of the child. These are small activities, but when they get registered in the mind of children, then they can learn. When I used to go to school, my grandmother daily she would ask me, go and offer obeisances in the temple first, only then go. I used to think always she tells me the same thing, but then it became one practice of my daily routine. In the beginning, it takes time, but then it became my practice. Offer pranams daily to Krishna and then go to school. These are small activities, small actions, but once they are, um, you know, set as a child in our life, is good. Oh, my mother tells me, I go to the temple, but my child doesn't come along with me to temple. He just sits in the car and waits for me because he has no interest. And then they come to me, they tell me, Maharaj, please help him understand. First, you should understand what you did. You spoiled his life. No, I was thinking he would grow up, he would understand, he would become mature. Yeah, now you can't do anything. So the she deers with their big eyes, they are looking and they are staring at Krishna, but this staring is actually not just ordinary staring, they are actually doing arti of Krishna. And this doing arti by eyes is more great than doing arti with other items. We do arti daily in our house, in our house, morning and evening. By performing arti, one gets attached to Thakurji. This is the point. But what is the meaning of arti by eyes? This is very significant. Okay, let's end here. We will Shri Venu Geet Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.